the original concept of street art, images placed anonymously and illicitly in public spaces as free art for the masses, had nothing to do with guest lists, celebrity, glamour, and hype.
Street art is the whole thing. It's everything about site, location. It is a democratic art form. It's about feedback. It's all these other things that happen. I mean, you know, site specific, you know, a lot. But then you have to take a bite-sized piece of that, and that goes over here, right? And so then there's a change, yes. Can it be authentic? Not in the same way.
When he blew up here in the States, it's because Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt bought his work. That was like, whoa, who are they buying and what are they collecting? And we should probably follow them because we have no minds of our own and we only follow celebrities.
Banksy said it weirded him out. He said he couldn't sell another painting for the next couple of years. He enjoys some of it, but doesn't like what comes with it some of the time.
When I was at the airport, I saw it was either on the Banksy shows on the front covers, like either like OK, hello, and you're like, wow, that's, you know, this has just gone nuts.
Banksy's soaring profile completely upended the established order in the art world. Together with Steve Lazarides, he had managed to create a system for art that was entirely independent of the galleries, auction houses, museums, and financiers, but which they could no longer ignore. The phrase, the Banksy effect, started to appear in the media, used to describe the explosion of interest in a collection of previously obscure underground artists.
We didn't engage with the art world because we didn't need to. You know, I don't think anyone had any intentions of wanting to be part of the art world. You know, if you think that, you know, most of these guys, it was more of a stick it to the man kind of like attitude rather than, oh, let's try and get into the tape.
When did the contemporary art movement start taking notice of street art? When the press and magazines were writing about street art more than they were writing about Damien Hirst. And then you see Damien Hirst collaborating with Banksy. These people aren't stupid, are they?
Street art had to be looked at. Art critics had to look at it, that it was work that should be seen as proper art, not some vandal just putting out a bit of paint on a wall. And it should be considered and thought about and shouldn't be just painted over.
By 2008, street art was a feature of urban landscapes across the planet and had become the most significant art movement of the 21st century.
The key figures in this movement were Shepard Fairey with his Obey poster and his Hope poster, which was a significant part in the Obama presidential campaign. Fail, the art collective, sort of beautiful work, very intense, intriguing work. Ron English, who would change adverts in an entertaining way. Swoon, one of the few women graffiti artists who paced up her woodcuts. Retner in Los Angeles, who was more graffiti but was very strong. Eine, pure evil. Invader, a French artist named after Space Invader, he put these small tiles in cities across the world. People like that were making the difference.
The Banksy effect has kind of leveled out the playing field. So it's like if an individual says, I can't afford 6 figures to get an actual Banksy, but I can go and support this other local artist or this other artist who does work that they may like that's similar. Whereas 10, 20, 30 years ago, that conversation simply didn't happen.
Banksy truly believed that this is an art movement, and the bigger you can make this movement, the better. And if you can make it a global movement. And I think he always tried to position himself as the leader of this movement, and he's achieved that.
If you think about it, since the YBAs, there's been no other new movement of art outside of what the graffiti scene's been doing. And it's probably one of the most powerful art forms globally and has millions and millions of followers.